Oh yes. Twitch Nitro's secret rose garden. Come on. This isn't even a challenge. There's no redstone here. Haha, I finally have it. What the? Huh? Hello everybody, Twitch Nitro here, and welcome back to another map invention video. Today I'm going to be showing off a trap, and yes, this is, by the way, there is absolutely no redstone here whatsoever. No redstone attached to this block whatsoever, guarding it. So you're probably wondering, how the heck does this trap work? Obviously, this is a pretty big find. I didn't create the device which is triggering the trap. This is just my idea of how to use it. The device that actually dropped these anvils on my head is up here. It is a Y-axis bud switch. So basically, everything in this, as you can see from that, get rid of those. Everything in this Y-axis, as you can hear, activates a piston. Everything in the Y-axis. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. Now, as I said, I didn't find this. I stumbled across it on Reddit. It was a guy called... Oh, hold on. I keep trying to remember how to say his name. Engine. As in... Engine. Not the engine that drives cars. I'm probably butchering the name, but he made this Y-coordinate bud switch, and I absolutely love it. I'm actually just going to destroy this version. I'm going to show you how to make it and how it actually works. So this is the inside, the internal components. It works by the fact that light updates in the game, they happen through everything in that Y coordinate. It's kind of difficult to explain fully, but basically what's happening is the bud switch is working off of this daylight sensor. And every time this Y updates, anything on the Y updates, the daylight sensor sort of goes, oh hey, wait a minute, I'm not receiving any daylight, because in the actual, this is the version I'm using, in the actual thing there's actually no light getting in. Which means it's like, whoa, wait a minute, there's no light. When it realizes there's no light, it stops powering this redstone at the bottom, which pulls down this block, which is this on this design here. This obviously lets light in to the daylight sensor, and so the daylight sensor goes, oh wait, no, I do have light. And this pushes back up, removing the light, but not affecting this Y coordinate. Because this is in this Y coordinate. So because this is over here and has nothing to do with this Y coordinate here, which is basically this block down to bedrock and up to sky level, it doesn't update again, and that means it reset itself and it's blocked off again. There's no light getting to this. So yeah, like this basically. It goes back to its default state. So using this, you can, well, basically get power wirelessly from any level in the Y-coordinate. It's got a few bugs. There'll be a link in the video where he explains it, because I think he explains a little bit better. This video is obviously mainly about my trap, how I use this for the trap. So if you want to learn more about this, go to his video. I've checked out his channel. He does a lot of good work, and I feel as if he needs a few more people to go check it out. So right, so on to how to build the anvil trap. Okay, so obviously this over here is the Y-coordinate bud detector. Very useful, thank you very much. And this is actually a safety daylight detector. Now, one of the bugs, you can actually hear a second bug there. If you get too close to it, it can update the insides. But if you're standing about this far away, you should be fine. About 6 blocks away, usually. Yeah, anyway, this is actually a safety for one of the bugs. Now, during the night time, especially with this trap, it has some problems because it can't activate during the night. So what this does is just it makes sure that it doesn't activate this part of the trap during the night time, because that would be pretty bad after you set up all of your anvils, and then it goes off before the victim has even arrived. So yeah, that's what this is for. This underneath here is actually what drops the anvils. Basically what happens is when this updates, it lets this piston pull up, and the pulling up of this piston and the movement of this block destroys the signs and drops the anvils. So, to the making of it, what you want to do is build up here and put down a piece of redstone. Now this is in the air, so basically you're going to have some scaffolding around of dirt or cobblestone or anything. It needs to be high up in the air so your victim can't see it. Next, this is where actually that's not where the torch would go. The torch would go here, and it uses this as part of the release mechanism, but it could technically go here as well. Anyway, we don't put that on until afterwards because we don't want this happening at all. On top of that, we put our daylight sensor, which should automatically turn on this. Next to it, the sticky piston. On top of the sticky piston, a block. Then you want some glowstone to go on top of this. That's actually very important for the plan. And then on top of that, a block. And this is actually where it's good enough to encase. So anywhere where there's light that could get in, you want to seal it off, which is in these places and underneath. Got to get that too. So it should make this shape. Now at this point, the system is actually active. See? That indicates that it's active. If you place a block anywhere in the Y coordinate, that piston will move. If you want to test it to make sure that you've got the Y coordinate lined up, place a torch on the side of that block and then go down to your grounds and place a block or delete a block where you want the object that activates the trap to be. And then when you go back up to the top, this torch should be knocked off or no longer there at all, and that indicates to you that it has been successful. Right, at this point we want our sticky piston. Actually going to have to remove some of the ground, I built it too close. And we want to... that's not where we want it. We want our sticky piston. I keep updating the... we want the sticky piston here. Off the side of this sticky piston, just make it bright. We want to make this, and this is the safety for nighttime. So I'll actually demonstrate what the glitch is. So if we put this here, and then set the time to night, time set, that's one. Time set. This is protecting it. If this wasn't here, that would happen, and that would be bad during the night time, because that means the night time would set it off before the player, the victim, sets it off. And then this is obviously going to have to be there last, so... time. Let's make it day again. There we go. So this is the last thing you put down, and when you put this down, you want to get out of the way. So have your escape plan already sorted, because you do not want this to preemptively go off, because it will ruin your anvils and your hard work. Underneath this sticky piston, you put a block, and then on this, you basically just place signs. How many ever you want to place, and then on top of the signs, you place the very noisy pistons. And then, as I said, all you have to do arm it, and get out. And so now the trap should be set. Let's see if we can... Oh, and there we go. That actually took me by surprise. So that is how you build the trap. Great big thanks once again to Engine. Sorry for saying your name wrong if I have. And yeah, definitely check out his video. I think there's tons of use for this, because effectively you can use this to wirelessly detect updates. And I mean, I was thinking about making a tree farm, using it possibly, or perhaps if you have a sky base, you could use it to get to that somehow by placing down a block in a specific place, and then, I don't know, water, or you know, or maybe if you have a base underground and you want to open up a drop chute on top. It's limitless what this can be used for. Limitless, I say. Anyway, yep, so check that out. That'll be in the description, and I will see you guys next time. Maybe I'll use this in a future project as well. Who knows?